David, 3 points here in the UEFA Youth League against Napoli. What are your reflections on the game?
I'm just so pleased for the lads. I thought, we knew the game would be different from what happened back at Firhill. We thought they would bring more of an attacking threat, be more aggressive. We'd have to defend a little bit more, and that proved to be the case. But I thought, we managed that really well at different points of the game. We had to defend, we carried an attacking threat, we had chances to score more than what we did. But the way the game panned out, obviously going 2-0 up and getting pegged back to 2-2 just before half time then becomes a bit of an emotional challenge for players as well, because they've got to manage that side of it where they were comfortable, and they get pegged back to a point where the game's back level terms again. So just a really excellent reaction for the lads, and brilliant to manage to see out the game as well.
Yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better start. It was 2 goals of very, very good quality as well.
Excellent goals. I think you look at the first one with a bit of play down the left hand side, a lifted cross from Bailey Rice, an excellent one that Robbie's competed for the first phase and then kind of managed to find himself for it. I kind of tap and a finish with his left foot. The second one, a bit more individual with Zach, again having that his 1v1s come off the left shoulder of the box as well, and an excellent finish. So put yourself in a really strong position there with another couple of chances I felt we were better with as well. But again, so did they. It was quite one of those games. I think those chances both end at different points. So I'm really pleased. Obviously, we were clinical in those 2 moments.
You're obviously pegged back just before half time, as you said, but it speaks to the character of the players that they came straight back out for the second half and took the lead again.
We talk about our natural instincts in normal games is to go after the teams out of possession, be quite aggressive, try and pen them back up the pitch. But the way the game was, the way the weather was, it was quite warm. It's hard for a players to sustain that for the period of the game. You could see that in the first half where they can go moments, and other times they can back in and just rest, almost in their shape, and be patient and go when the timing was right. They found that quite challenging because naturally they want to go after the ball, but when they were doing that, and players behind the press couldn't back them up, it opens up a little bit more. So we'll try to get that message on. Be patient when you need to be patient. Narrow up the pitch. Make sure you're not chasing the game when you can't go and get backed up. But when you can, you should. And that was the message. And obviously we believed at the half time we just look at a reset moment. It's nothing each, and to go back out the second half and just trust ourselves. And obviously I think the lead up to the penalty kick that we did get was excellent. I thought a lot of controlled possession. Mackenzie Strachan heavily involved in that. We get through, and I wasn't sure the referee was going to give the penalty kick. It took a wee bit of time for that to happen, but it was, and obviously Zach then goes and puts that away as well.
Also a huge positive in terms of Zach's overall performance. His goals are obviously very good, but he was a constant threat all afternoon.
He was. We knew the forward line were going to be really important for us. Obviously Zach's got the pace and the power and the direct dribbling sort of approach, which when he plays off his side it's much easier to go and use those strengths. Robbie, we knew would have to be one that would have to play off and link and allow us to go and join us. And then obviously looking at Aaron in the first half, who would bring that a little bit again, similar sort of trait to Zach, but maybe a little bit closer together to the middle line and go and link the game as well. So there was different attributes we felt would make that front line work, and all of them in their own way brought that sort of to the game.
It was a young midfield as well with Bailey Rice and Paul Nisso and Mackenzie Strachan, but they really stood up to the challenge, didn't they?
I think first of all, we'll go to Bailey. Bailey's literally travelled yesterday from his international camp. Didn't play in the game yesterday with Scotland 17s because we obviously knew he was going to be required today. We've got a few bodies that weren't available today for different reasons, so we were low in that area, and we were pleased and naturally thankful that we could get Bailey to come and play in this game. I thought he had a really strong input to the game, but we knew he would tire. I thought Mackenzie, being the more senior player in that middle line, was he's positionally very good. He was giving good detail to one round about him. Paul's younger, and the main reason we took Paul off because he was on a booking, and we felt like it was probably one more tackle away from receiving a red card, and that was a risk we didn't want to take. So that was the main reason for half-time change. I think it's also important though. There's a few debuts in the youth league today as well. Christian Webster comes on late in the game. We've had to change the back five to try and control our defensive area of the pitch, and slotted in really, really well. Kelsey Ewan come on early because of Greg Allen's injury. I thought Kelsey was excellent. Defended his area really well, tried to play when we could play, and played in the right areas at the right time. So really strong from them. James Graham, another one coming on, again having trained less this week for his own personal situation. So there's a lot of different reasons why we had to change the team today, but we're really pleased with the impact that those guys had.